ये क्या हो रहा है?
भारत माता की जय!
भारत माता की
सुखदस्तमग्ने हे पुरी खबाहना। अब दिया उधर वाला भी जला दीजिए। आप तो अपनी माहिर है पढ़ने में ना, बहुत अच्छा से पढ़ते हैं। भारत माता की भी शृणुयाम देवा भद्रम पश्येमाक्षवीर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गै तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनुभिर्व्यसेमहि देवहितं जदायुः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातुः प्रेषदस्वा मरुतः पृष्णिमावः सुरचक्षसो विश्वे नो देवा अवसा। गेट बहुत अच्छा बना है ना, कपूर जलाना पड़ता है नहीं तो नजर लग जाएगा।
अच्छा आपको मतलब वहाँ से खींचना है, वहाँ से खींचना है, वहाँ से वो आदमी फोटोग्राफर को इधर आना पड़ेगा ना।
पराक्रम दिवस में आए हुए पराक्रम फाउंडेशन के सभी मेंबर्स और सेंट्रल एग्रीकल्चरल यूनिवर्सिटी इम्फाल से पधारे हुए सभी अतिथियों और विद्या भारती शिक्षा विकास समिति मणिपुर के सभी मेंबर्स को हार्दिक स्वागत। मैं इस पराक्रम दिवस का मंच पे पधारे हुए सभी अधिकारियों को परिचय के समय लेना चाहता हूं। Sri Dr. R.K. Ranjan Singh Ji, Honorable Minister of State, External Affairs and Education, Government of India. फेलिसिटेशन के लिए मैं अनुरोध करना चाहता हूं कि श्रीमती सुनीता गुप्ता जी, वाइस प्रेसिडेंट शिक्षा विकास समिति मणिपुर, स्टेज पे आए और फैसिलिटेट कीजिए. Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan Singh is an Indian politician. He was elected as the 17th Indian Lok Sabha member in 2019 for representing the Inner Manipur constituency, Manipur, India on 7th July 2021. He was given the charge of Ministry of State, Education and External Affairs. He graduated in geography from Guwahati University in 1972. He worked as an assistant professor at Manipur University in Department of Earth Science. In 1985, he was appointed as a deputy registrar Manipur University, and later he served as the registrar of Manipur University. Thank you, sir. इसके बाद श्री डॉक्टर अनुपम मिश्रा जी, वाइस चांसलर सेंट्रल एग्रीकल्चरल यूनिवर्सिटी इम्फाल, श्री एम मुनाल जी, वाइस प्रेसिडेंट विद्या भारती शिक्षा विकास समिति मणिपुर को अनुरोध करना चाहता हूं कि मंच पे पधारे और मिश्रा जी को फैसिलिटेट करें. डॉक्टर अनुपम मिश्रा जी डायरेक्टर के नाते आईसीआर में काम किया हुआ है और किसानों और एग्रीकल्चरल फील्ड में बहुत काम किया था. साथ साथ में पूरे नॉर्थ ईस्ट के किसानों के योगदान के लिए बहुत काम किया था. मध्य प्रदेश में काम करते हुए समय मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया की ओर से मध्य प्रदेश स्टेट गवर्नमेंट को कई साल बेस्ट एग्रीकल्चरल स्टेट ऑफ इंडिया का अवार्ड भी मिला था. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. Next we have Sri Nisikant Singh Sapam, Honorable MLA Kesamthong Assembly Constituency. मैं श्री एच सिद्धार्थ सिंह, ट्रेजरर विद्या भारती शिक्षा विकास समिति मणिपुर को अनुरोध करना चाहता हूँ कि स्टेज पे आए और फैसिलिटेट कीजिए. Sri Nisikant Sapam is also the owner of Shanghai Express, one of the largest circulated local newspaper of Manipur. Nisikant Sapam went to Eden Garden School, Parakram till class 1 to class 3. He studied at Bishop Westcott Boys School, Namkun, Ranchi, Jharkhand. He finished his class 12 at the prestigious Delhi Public School, Mathura Road, New Delhi. He briefly joined St. Stephen College, New Delhi, but later shifted to Sri Ram College of Commerce, New Delhi University. He is also an active sportsman since childhood. Nisikant Sapam represented the Indian basketball team U19 as vice captain in Asian Basketball Championship held at Manila, the Philippines in the year 1982. As captain for under 21, he represented the Indian basketball team as a goodwill tour to Saudi Arabia in the year 1984. Thank you very much, sir. Now we have Srikant Namdio, IRS, and President Parakram Foundation. मैं सीताराम भट्ट, ऑर्गेनाइजिंग सेक्रेटरी शिक्षा विकास समिति मणिपुर को अनुरोध करना चाहते हैं और फैसिलिटेट करिए. Srikant ji is the Indian Revenue Service Income Tax Officer of 2004 batch. Graduated in Sanskrit, Sociology and Mathematics. Post-graduated in Public Administration. Served in Income Tax Department at various places like Indore, Mumbai, Bhopal and Jabalpur. Presently, he is the Director in Department of Financial Service in Finance Ministry, Government of India. He is also the President of Parakram Foundation, having headquarters at Jabalpur and branch office at Delhi and Assam. Thank you very much, sir. इसके साथ साथ मथंग असिदी श्री वाई खोगेन जी, President Vidya Shiksha Vikas Samiti, Manipur. Facilitate Tobinabagi Damakta, Sri Bol Bihari Singh, Prasikshan Pramukh Vidya Shiksha Vikas Samiti Bu Kakutchari. Sri Y. Kogenji professionally is the engineer and retired as executive engineer from Department of RD and Panchayati Raj, Government of Manipur. He is also a professional artist in the field of theatre. Presently, he is very much associated with Panthoibi Natya Mandir, one of the leading theatre institute in Manipur. Ozabu Thagatchari. Makha Tarakpa City, we have Advocate Chandrika Vos, member, Parakram Foundation. Amokhanna Sri Sitaram Bhatt, Sangathan Mantri, Shiksha Vikas Samiti Manipur. Sri Dinesh Kumarji, Bukok Sanjari, facilitate Tobina Vigidamakta. She is LLM Environmental Law from Hadiyatullah National Law University, Raipur. He is the daughter of late D.N. Bose. D.N. Bose was very much active in politics during his lifetime in Mainar, Madhya Pradesh. She is the great-grand niece of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Currently, he is working as Chief Learning Officer in the field of legal education in Rostrum Legal. Thank you, Ozad Dinesh. Parakram Foundation, Central Agricultural University, Amasung, Vidya Shiksha Vikas Samiti Manipur na Sinjaba Parakram Diwas asida invitation pangbiduna lengbirakliba Kwai Punamak Pu Shiksha Vikas Samiti Manipur की माइकई देगी तराम न ओक्चरी
हमारी जो मैगजीन है पराक्रम संदेश इसके माध्यम से और जितना भी हमारा इसमें कोशिश ये की गई है कि ऑल इंडिया से भारत के सभी जो पार्ट्स हैं वहाँ से उसका कोई ना कोई ऐसे जो गुमनाम वीर हैं जिन्होंने ऐसे वॉरियर्स हैं जिन्होंने इंडियन फ्रीडम स्ट्रगल में अपना जीवन न्यौछावर कर दिया, आहुति दे दी, उनका उसमें नाम आए। कम से कम आज़ादी का 75 इयर्स कंप्लीट हो रहा है, आज़ादी का अमृत महोत्सव हम लोग मना रहे हैं। इस अमृत महोत्सव में उन सब के विषय में तमाम तरह की बहुत सारी कहानियाँ हम लोग चुन चुन करके विभिन्न माध्यमों से लेकर के आ रहे हैं। तो ऐसे लोगों के बारे में लेकर के ही हम लोग ये पराक्रम संदेश आपके सामने ला रहे हैं। एंड आई वुड ऑल्सो लाइक टू इनवाइट डॉक्टर अंकित पांडे जी, प्लीज ऑन द स्टेज।
खोलो तो उसको खोल के रखो।
Today we are assembled here to celebrate the birth anniversary of Dr. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. He was great leader, and this Parakram Foundation was formed to bring those chapters in the knowledge of society, in the minds of youth, which are hidden in the history because of some vested interest. With this intention, this Parakram Foundation was formed, which has its headquarters at Jabalpur in Madhya Pradesh. It has 2 branch offices also, one in Guwahati, Assam, and another one is in Delhi. On this birth anniversary of Netaji, I first want to convey my sincere thanks to Central Agriculture University and Vidya Shiksha Vikas Samiti, with whose deep association we are here able to celebrate this program and convey our thoughts and ideas to the people of Manipur and Imphal. We have released this Parakram Sandesh, an annual magazine by which we are promoting thoughts of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose and his ideas, his devotion towards country and making a developed nation, his thoughtfulness. So this organization, Parakram Foundation, was established in the year 2020. Then Corona started, so we are at a nascent stage of our organization is at a nascent stage. Still, we are slowly developing, and our activities are increasing. So, in this sequence, from this birth anniversary today, we are starting another effort of our organization, and we are starting to give one award in the memory of Netaji's valor, Parakram Samman. So this Parakram Samman will be given every year on the birth anniversary of Netaji. This year we have selected one eminent personality for this, and whose name is Dr. Patanjali Jha, who is retired Indian Revenue Service officer, completed 32 years of illustrious career, serving in many prestigious and important positions. Like he was Principal Chief Commissioner of Income Tax at Mumbai and Director General Investigation for Karnataka and Goa. In his career as a tax administrator, he played instrumental role in unearthing massive tax evasion scheme. Apart from his government duties, he has been instrumental to create awareness among the farmers and countrymen about natural farming. Today, like Netaji fought for our freedom, he shown a lot of parakram, and despite that British Empire he challenged. Now our challenge in different areas to sustain this freedom, and in that area Mr. Patanjali Jha sir is doing a great work, and for that reason today we are facilitating him with Parakram Samman. So now I request my team members to escort him to the stage, and I will request our Honorable Minister sir to facilitate him with Parakram Samman. Round of applause.
so which is curing people of cancer if it is more than 14 months old. There are people, admirals, 2 lieutenant generals, 2 very common people. All of them are benefiting. I have yet to come across one person who has not benefited from this in rheumatic arthritis, in cancer of any stage. I have those testimonials. So when grown in this condition, as in our scriptures, food is medicine, it is this kind of soil which is alive, which is unspoilt, which is no tilled, which has no poison, can bring good health, can bring massive productivity, can bring real wealth to our country. Let's see, that is a challenge. If this happens, see how simple this whole thing is. If one Goshala land of 40 acres gives sustenance to an orphanage and also to the Goshala, they have a larger organizations having 15,000 acres of land. Most Goshalas are not doing well. Most temple lands are not doing well. That becomes a model. That is how, if we think how to mentor, how to do the real Parakram in these times, when the global warming is real, when the climate change is real, what our Honorable Prime Minister says is the problem of whatever the developed nations have brought our earth to currently, how to reverse this. I feel this contributes in a very significant way. I feel that this is one of the best Parakram that we can think of. Thank you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here. Thank you.
पराक्रम दिवस का आज का फंक्शन का चीफ गेस्ट श्री राजकुमार रंजन सिंह, ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर, मिनिस्टर ऑफ स्टेट, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया, श्री निशिकांत छापम, ऑनरेबल एमएलए, मणिपुर लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली, श्री अनुपम मिश्रा जी, वाइस चांसलर, सेंट्रल एग्रीकल्चर यूनिवर्सिटी, श्री रमाकांत, प्रेसिडेंट Parakram Foundation, Chandrika Bose, and Honorable Jha, who has received the Parakram Award of this year. And friends who came along with our beloved Sri Pawan Tiwari ji, all the members of the Parakram Foundation, all the officials and teachers of Central Agriculture University, teachers and students of Vidya Bharati, and विभिन्न क्षेत्र से आए हुई अपना संघ का, परिवार का सदस्य गण, सबको प्रणाम। आज हमें हमारे देश को बढ़ाने होंगे शान, हमें करना है निर्माण। तो आई एम very much privileged to be with you today, and our Vidya Bharati express our gratitude and thanks to the Parakram Foundation and the Central Agriculture University to be with in celebrating this auspicious function. I would like to say some of my experience with Anupamji. I was in 2021 in second World Ramayan Conference in Jabalpur with Pawanji, and there Pawanji introduced me Sri Mishraji. At that time he was the director of ICR in Jabalpur. So when we met, I asked him, sir, please give us some idea, suggestion that we can infuse the agricultural techniques, scientific involvements to the students' level. So he told me, come to my office tomorrow. So I went to his office and I saw, it was last day of a workshop of a good step the Madhya Pradesh government has done in his leadership. It was Nutri Village, Nutri Smart Village. They selected some less nutrition villages, and they send their scientists there and they work with the villagers to such a level that all the villagers could get nutrition.
पधारे हैं जितने परिक्रम दिवस के जो मेंबर्स हैं, अपने भारद्वाज जी, दोनों मिश्रा जी, शुक्ला जी, जितने भी हैं, और जहाँ बैठे हैं जो विद्या भारती के स्टाफ, स्टूडेंट्स और संघ के और सब जो यहाँ बैठे हैं, सबको बहुत बहुत प्रणाम। और मैं कल दत्तात्रेय जी का स्पीच सुन रहा था, तो इन्होंने बहुत अच्छा इंसाइट दिया और एक तरह से नेताजी के बारे में बहुत कुछ मैं सीखा उस स्पीच में। और एक और हमारे देखिए, मैं ज्ञान प्राप्त करता हूँ यूट्यूब से, मैं पढ़ता कम हूँ लेकिन ज्ञान ज़रूर प्राप्त करता हूँ। तो यूट्यूब पे एक हमारे मेजर जनरल जी.डी. बख्शी साहब हैं, तो उनका कहना है कि असली अनसंग हीरो, और यानी कि असली हीरो इस इंडिपेंडेंस ऑफ इंडिया का जिन्होंने अहम मेजर रोल प्ले किया है, वो अपने नेताजी सुभाष चंद्र बोस हैं। क्योंकि उस वक्त मेरे ख्याल से क्या नाम था उनका, जो भी क्लेमेंट, लॉर्ड क्लेमेंट, द देन प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑफ ब्रिटेन who gave the freedom to India, came back after freedom, after India got its freedom, and met, I think, is the governor of Bengal, Mr. Chakravarti. And when Mr. Chakravarti said कि आप जंग जीत चुके थे, सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर जीत चुके थे, तो प्रॉब्लम क्या थी, आप छोड़ के क्यों चले गए? तो उन्होंने बोला ये बस तीन शब्द हैं कि सुभाष चंद्र बोस, इंडियन नेशनल आर्मी। इनके चक्कर में क्या हुआ कि हमारे भारतीय सेना, ब्रिटिश भारतीय सेना पहले 25 लाख की थे, 25 लाख लोग थे सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर में, जो कि उन्होंने कम करके 3 लाख बना दिया था। और शायद 25,000 ब्रिटिश ऑफिसर्स थे। तो क्या हुआ कि म्यूटनी होने लगा, रिवोल्ट होने लगा, बिकॉज ऑफ द INA, द फाइटिंग इन द सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर, द रियलाइजेशन इन द, after all they were Indians, so they couldn't control, so therefore they had to leave and hand it over to whoever the Congress was, and who actually diverted the history and kept Subhash Chandra Bose the Great off the radar of history. Anyway, now that the Parakram Foundation is come into force, and with that Parakram Sandesh, all the unsung heroes will be named, and justice shall be done. After all, truth cannot be hidden. Truth must prevail. So I'm very proud, very honored to be here in this function, and also very happy to be in this school. This is a place I keep coming. मैं सीताराम जी से बहुत बार आके आता हूँ। इनका ग्रीन टी बड़ा अच्छा होता है, बहुत मिठास होती है। वैसे है तो ग्रीन टी बड़ा कड़वा, लेकिन पता नहीं क्या लगाते हैं, शायद मोहब्बत लगा देते हैं उसमें। तो ये जो है स्कूल जो है मेरे ख्याल से अब सीताराम जी बड़ा अच्छा लगने लगा है। तो उम्मीद करता हूँ कि अगले इसमें एडमिशन सेशन जब होगा तो कम से कम 250-300 तो छात्र होने चाहिए। और अब मेरे ख्याल से धीरे धीरे इसमें सबका हाथ है, अपने कोई तमो खुगेन इनका हाथ है, भूपेन का हाथ है, सारे स्टाफ के हाथ हैं। अब रौनक दिख रहा है इस स्कूल में। और मैं सबसे प्रार्थना करूंगा कि सब थोड़ा थोड़ा मदद करें, हेल्प करें और बाल विद्या मंदिर पैलेस कंपाउंड को अच्छा बढ़िया स्कूल बनाए जिससे अच्छा इनकम आए और उससे आगे जाके और स्कूल को ये सपोर्ट कर सकें। और इसी तरह से शिक्षा, देखिए शिक्षा तो हमें भी मिलता रहा है, हमारे बच्चों को भी मिला है, लेकिन कैथोलिक स्कूल्स में जिसमें हर दिन आपको बाइबल से पाठ पढ़ाया जाता है, चलो कोई बात नहीं, फिर भी हम हिंदू ही रहे, लेकिन इस बाल विद्या मंदिर या भारतीय शिक्षा के जितने स्कूल है, जैसे पवन जी रन करते हैं 600 स्कूल प्लस असम में, तो वहाँ पर शिक्षा तो आपको मिलेगा ही मिलेगा, लेकिन भारतीय संस्कृति के अनुसार। मैं इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ क्योंकि मैं जिस स्कूल में गया तो उसमें कभी मैंने ध्यान नहीं दिया, असेंबली होता था हर रोज़ असेंबली होनी चाहिए, तो उसमें बहुत कुछ क्या होता है, उसमें एक रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर जी का एक वो पोएम तो हमारे असेंबली में पढ़ा जाता था, where the head is held high, you know, so मैंने कभी ध्यान नहीं दिया, मैं थोड़ा मतलब शरारती था, तो मैं खड़ा आता था, फिर उसके बाद कभी ध्यान नहीं दिया, फिर कॉलेज भी हो गया ख़त्म, फिर मैं वापस आया, तो मैं ऐसे ही अपने घर के छत पे ऐसे ही चल रहा था, सडनली सब कुछ याद आया, where the head is held high, क्या, how does it go? Where the head is held high, when knowledge is free, where the words come out from the depth of, सब एक एक करके, कभी मैंने ध्यान नहीं दिया। So what I'm trying to say is that whatever is taught in school, it gets ingrained into your mind, heart, everything. It becomes a major place where you are groomed and you are formed for life. So I think Vidya Mandir schools have a lot to do with conserving, maintaining Bharati Sanskriti along with imparting education. So I wish the best to Bharati Vidya Mandir and also the Parakram Diwas committee, and I hope to see you guys every year. And with that I end it, and I said Jai Hind.
Today's Parakram Foundation and Central Agriculture University and Vidya Shiksha Vikas Samiti Ahumna Pullaga Sinba Parakram Diwas Palanasida Lengsin Biriba Professor Anupam Misraji, Vice Chancellor, Central Agriculture University, Dugaikai Khumnazaraba, Shri Nishikant Sapam, Honorable MLA, Kaisamthong Assembly Constituency, and Shri Shrikant Namtioji, President Parakram Foundation, and Shri Y. Khogen Singh, President Vidya Shiksha Vikas Samiti Manipur, and also with great regard, Patanjali Jahaji. He, after retirement, he performed his duty as a Parakram, converted from the wasteland to wealthland. As our Prime Minister rightly said that Govardhan, in his national farming lecture, he talked about the Govardhan. I thought that Govardhan is in Hindu mythology, putting up the hills and protecting from the cyclones and thunders by the Krishna. But his Govardhan was, of course I take in a different way, his Govardhan was Gobar, then transformed into Dhan. That is his Govardhan. And that he applied in the natural farming. Rightly, our Patanjali Jha also converted the wasteland to wealthland, resourceful land. And then Advocate Santrikaji, then Pawanji, Sitaramji, and all the distinguished members who are present here, and also all the beloved students of this particular function. Perhaps we have heard a lot about the Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose in this part of the country. As you know, Manipur do not recognize the World War II. We recognize as Japan land, Japan world, along with the Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. This is a unique and specific recognition given by the peoples of Manipur. And our peoples love Netaji so much. And still, our older generations are imbibed with the ideas of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose in all our elder generations. And even then, to our level, it is percolated down, and now we are ready to percolate it down to our young minds, and so that they continue the Parakram and to dedicate to the nation building and gaining the shape of ideas and goals of the Mission 2047 after gaining this the independence. Today we are observing the Independence Day, Republic, and 75 years of Indian independence. These are all given by Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, sacrificing his life and dedication to the nations. And that's why many people regard him as the real hero of the Indian independence. Of course, you might have heard, yesterday also I have a chance to listen with Nishikant. Then, what is that? The greatest mystery of death of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose is the greatest in the world. Still, though it may crash in Taiwan, or still our peoples believe that Netaji is still in our midst. And also it ignites the ideas and spirit of Netaji to all the younger generation. Today, our Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, virtually inaugurating the Parakram Diwas, establishing a museum in the name of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose in Andaman Nicobar Island. And of course, prior to that, Dr. Narendra Modi ji, 2018, the Rose Island has renamed under the name of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. And today, remaining 21 uninhabited, unnamed island will be named with this Parakram Diwas with different patriots' names of the Andaman Nicobar. And also, the Prime Minister will also deliver his Parakram lecture virtually. Here, I just want to quote 10 important the words and message given by the Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, and this will ignite and continue the spirit of freedom, spirit of nationalism, spirit of patriotism with the words of the Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. These are all common, and it is also found in the website and the social domains, but I just share some of the 10 important the words of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose in connection with this Parakram Diwas. It is blood alone that can pay the price of freedom. Give me blood and I will give you freedom. And this ignites the youths of the India was ignited, and that's why maximum of the Indian British army served by the British Indian has switched on to the INA, and that is a very igniting word, and still it is listening to us, so that if you want to serve the country, you have to contribute something from your own. And also very interesting word, one individual may die for an idea, but that idea will, after his death, incarnate itself in 1,000 lives. So, after Netaji's sacrificing, his idea is to gain the Indian freedom. So he may die, but the idea has generated in thousands and thousands. So now we have to continue with this word to our younger generation, whatever coming up. Third one, he said, I'm not at all afraid of the uncertainty of life. He's not afraid of the uncertainty of life. He's ready to combat anything happen in the process of life. And that's why he was the supreme, he can sacrifice supreme for the country. And then fourth one, he said, the future is still in my hand. The future of India is still, we may say that, in the hands of the youngs of India. And perhaps you know that Prime Minister has very frequently said about the dividend, population dividend. The working population is composite in India about 61% of the total population. Whereas other countries, advanced countries, the population has decreased. And our workable population is increased. And that has to be the use, and that has to be skill and reskilling for the superpower of the nation. And that's why Netaji already predicted the future of the nation is in my hand, means all of yours hand, all of yours hand is the hand to sacrifice, to create this nation for a supreme and strong one. And also he said that a true soldier needs both military and spiritual training. That's why he achieved all those things. And next one, he said, man, money and material cannot themselves bring victory or freedom. We must have the motive power that will inspire us to brave deed and heroic exploit. And next one is, no real saints in history has never been achieved by discussions. It's a wonderful comment. The scholars and intellectuals are discussed only the archival, the resources. And that's why Netaji said that historical changes cannot be made by discourse and discussion, but it should be by action. And that is the most important things which we have to learn from him. Soldiers who have always remained faithful to their nation, who are always prepared to sacrifice their lives, are incredible. That spirit we should have to all our young mind, to have the spirit of soldiers and to have the guts to sacrifice for the development and for building the nations. Nationalism is inspired by highest idea of human rights, that is Saitam, Shivam and Sundaram. And that is, he strongly believes on that. Truth should be truth, and the Sundaram and Saivam should be associated in all the times. These are all Netaji's the ideas to achieve the Indian freedom. Lastly, what he said is that freedom is not given, it is taken. We may say that we are getting freedom from British. No, we are struggle for our freedom. Now we got it. The 75 years that Azadi Ka Amarat Mahotsav, we already observe it. And through that, let us look back after getting the independence, what are our Indians' achievement. On this Parakram, let us look back before 75 and after 75. How was progress in our agricultural field? How our progress in our scientific domain, medicinal, and even you know that during the COVID pandemic time, during 9 months, we could produce 2 vaccines for combating the COVID, the pandemic. And that's why these are all given during this, after the 75 years of Indian independence. Indians' minds are free from the colonial, the hangover, and so that we can do our own ideas, our own feelings for the development of our nation. These are all given by the Netaji's the spirit and way of life and the struggle for freedom. These are all we learn from him. So the observation of this Parakram Diwas, perhaps all of us also well aware about the 2047, that is the Amrit Kal and the Mission 2047. What shall we do with this Parakram Diwas? How can we share and how can we dream our India to bring up to the 100 years of Indian independence? And then our nations is expecting for the Brishya Guru, the knowledge nation, and this will have to be achieved during this the Mission 2047, along with the climate change and others. That has to be under this Parakram Diwas. We have to reignite ourselves, and we should be ready to combat for all challenges and to get the achievement of 2047. With these few words, once again, I thanks to the organizer for allowing me to present here on this auspicious function. Because of my vocal trouble, I cannot speak much also. With these few words, once again, I thank you all. Jai Hind.
Ji, we are so much honored with your presence here. Now may I request Sri Anupam Mishra ji to present his presidential speech.
सभी को नमस्कार। Chief guest of today's function, Honorable Minister of State, External Affairs and Education, Government of India. Our most popular MLA, young MLA, Shri Nishikant ji. एडवोकेट चंद्रिका बोस जी, हमारे IRS श्रीकांत नामदेव जी, प्रेसिडेंट विद्या भारती वाई गोविंद सिंह जी, आज के पराक्रम विजेता पुष्पांजलि झा साहब, हमारे विद्या भारती के क्षेत्रीय संगठन मंत्री डॉक्टर पवन तिवारी जी, चौधरी जी हमारे जबलपुर के साथी, पांडे जी, भारद्वाज जी, मिश्रा जी, देवी और सज्जनों, हमारे कुछ साथी CAU से बैठे हैं, मैं उनको इंट्रोड्यूस कराएंगे। डॉक्टर के मामोचा सिंह रजिस्ट्रार हैं, डायरेक्टर एक्सटेंशन डॉक्टर रंजीत शर्मा हैं, डॉक्टर मोलीवाला हैं, और भी मेरे साथी यहाँ प्रेजेंट हैं। आज मैं सोच रहा था कि हमारे बच्चे जब गाना गा रहे थे कि नन्ही ना मांगे अपना जल और पेड़ ना मांगे अपना फल, वैसा ही मैं सोचता हूँ कि सुभाष चंद्र बोस ने अपना जीवन अपने लिए नहीं था। तो ये एक टेक अवे जो मैसेज होता है कि हम क्या सीख के जा रहे हैं। दूसरी चीज़ एक और दिमाग में आ रही थी बात कि गंगा की गंगोत्री की हम लोग बात करते हैं, पर हमारी फ्रीडम की गंगोत्री मणिपुर से निकली है, जिसके बारे में हमको सोचना चाहिए। एक स्वतंत्रता दिवस द्वार यहाँ पे होना चाहिए, जो अमृत महोत्सव चल रहा है हमारा 75वें साल का, तो एक स्वतंत्रता द्वार होना चाहिए, क्योंकि जो गंगा यहाँ से निकली थी 1944 में, बाकी जगह पहुँचते पहुँचते 47 हो गया, पर 44 में यहाँ से निकल चुकी थी। कुछ विषय आज एक और महत्वपूर्ण विषय है, क्योंकि हमारे जबलपुर ने आज एक पत्रिका का विमोचन किया, तो हमको याद आती, हमारे फादर बताते थे जब त्रिपुरी कांग्रेस 1939 में जबलपुर में हुई थी, उस समय हमारे नेताजी को इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस का प्रेसिडेंट का उम्मीदवार बनाया गया था, वो उसके कैंडिडेट थे। उन्हें अपना कोई कैंपेन नहीं किया था, कोई लॉबिंग नहीं की थी, क्योंकि उस टाइम उनको 104 बुखार था, और उस टाइम के CMO डॉक्टर दुबे थे जो उनका इलाज कर रहे थे। उस टाइम किसी को मिलने की अनुमति नहीं थी। धोखे से मेरे फादर को वॉलंटियर बनाया गया था, देखने के लिए कोई अंदर नहीं आ पाए। फिर जिस दिन ये अधिवेशन था, उस दिन उनको पलंग पे ले गए थे उठा के, उस फीवर में, और वहाँ पे वो 200 वोट से जीते थे। और मैं उसके बाद गांधी जी ने ऐसा चाहा कि मैं चाहता हूँ कि सीताराम मैया को बनाया जाए प्रेसिडेंट, पट्टाभी सीताराम मैया को। ऐसी खबर पहुँचाई कुछ वल्लभ भाई पटेल से कि गांधी जी ऐसा चाहते हैं, पर वल्लभ भाई पटेल को ऐसा हिम्मत नहीं पड़ी उनसे बोलने की, तो फिर दूसरे नेताओं से संदेश पहुंचाया गया, तो उन्हें इमीडिएट उसके बाद से उनकी दिशा चेंज हुई। इसलिए जबलपुर इम्पोर्टेंट है। वो निर्णय जो हुआ उसके बाद से ही उनके मन में दूसरी एक विचारधारा आई है कि आज़ादी के लिए दूसरे तरीके से भी प्रयास फिर भगाए कि यहाँ पे कन्फ्रंटेशन करने से हम अपना रास्ता अलग बनाएंगे, और वो रास्ता मणिपुर से होके जाएगा, और जबलपुर के लोग बैठे होंगे ऐसा भी हमको अंदाज नहीं था। कुछ विषय हम लोग ने अपने हिस्ट्री से देखे थे कि जो हमारे इन द मंथ ऑफ मार्च 1944 जो जापानीज डिवीज़न आई थी चौरा चांदपुर से, उसमें बहुत सारे सोल्जर, जो यहाँ की महासभा थी, निखिल महासभा, उसमें मणिपुर के हमारे जो साथी थे, जो उनके साथ 60,000 सोल्जर आए थे, जो कि जापान से नेताजी के साथ जुड़े हुए थे। उन्होंने ही ये यात्रा यहाँ से शुरू की थी, और उसमें उस टाइम यहाँ पे मणिपुर में बॉम्बिंग भी हुई थी, काफ़ी लोगों की, सिविलियन की जान भी गई थी। उसके बाद भी ये यात्रा यहाँ से नागालैंड की ओर कूच की थी, और हमारे और यहाँ तक आते आते लोगों के पास खाना भी नहीं था, वो खाना भी मणिपुर में ही अरेंज लोगों ने किया था अपने। तो मणिपुर का जो योगदान है, और हमारे साथ एक और चीज़ आज हमको अनुभव हुई जब हम डायस पे बैठे थे कि हमारे माननीय मंत्री जी को ये दायित्व दिया गया है कि जो रिपब्लिक डे के चीफ गेस्ट हैं, जो मिस इजिप्ट के प्रेसिडेंट हैं, उनको रिसीव करेंगे। दूसरे हमारे माननीय विधायक जी की जो शिक्षा हम सुन रहे थे, जहाँ पे मेरिट लिस्ट 99% पे क्लोज होती है या कई बार 100 पे भी क्लोज होती है, श्री राम कॉलेज या सेंट स्टीफन कॉलेज, जहाँ की एडमिशन ही बहुत मुश्किल होता है, वहाँ से बड़े हमारे माननीय विधायक जी, माननीय एडवोकेट जी, माननीय श्रीकांत जी जो भी उद्बोधन दिया, उनके साथ बैठ के मेरे को फील प्लेजर और प्राउड ऑल्सो। थैंक यू ऑल। नमस्कार।
हन्न हन्न थागतचरी श्री अनुपम मिश्रा जी।